How's it going, everyone? We're gonna have the.
I'm really off center.
Yeah, you are. We were gonna have the intro, the little starting screen for much longer. Oh wait, I messed that up. Okay, wait. I swear, I mess with the settings every single time we stream.
Can you guys hear us? Okay.
Yeah, I see lots of people saying why ink. Someone has to go shower now, so that's unfortunate. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just in time. Even though you liked Lucario versus Ryu, thought he was going to win because of the evil form. Cool. Yeah, we're going to answer lots of questions on that. But yeah, how are you all doing? It was crazy for me getting this video out. I had it done early. And then I was on an airplane, and then in the car, then on an airplane again. So it wasn't super conducive to actually getting stuff posted on time. And both of the airplanes that I was on, their charging ports and their Wi-Fi were out of service. So it was going to be coming like 6 to 8 hours early.
At least you got it on the same day.
Yeah. Technically not delayed. Let's see. Let's get some lo-fi going.
You should really just save the playlist.
I have the playlist. I just...
Well, then look through your playlists on the side. No.
Oh, wait. Maybe I don't have it. It's okay. It has a memorable name. What have you all been up to, though? You seen any cool videos, shows, music?
Also, mods and researchers who are there, I realized I forgot to go compile a list of common questions about the episode. And no one has submitted questions about the episode in the stream chat. So, if anyone is there and willing to take a look for that and DM it to me, that would be awesome.
And if anyone in chat has questions, now is your time. Ninjago is pretty cool.
Go post them in the stream topic submission channel of the Discord.
Mm-hmm. How much money did it take you? Which one? Everything is a little bit different.
The episode, just in general? I guess probably Ryu versus Lucario, since that's the one we're talking about.
Let's see. 1 second. I'm going to change that over there. There we go. Cool. Let's see. So, yeah, Ryu versus Lucario. I think that animation was $525. And then custom sprites would have been more, but we did those in-house. Music was $75. So I think that one was only $600. Only $600. But.
Yeah. Animations are so expensive, guys.
Oh, here's a question. Will you use Smash Bros. Bosses? We will, but not in the way you're expecting.
There's also a potential that Shulk's opponent will be a boss.
Yeah, that's true.
Because once the last fighter is revealed for Ultimate, we're going to have patrons and anyone who donates a certain amount of money on a stream vote for Shulk's opponent out of anyone who's represented in Smash.
Yeah. I'm excited for that. It could be anyone. So represented in Smash, that could be a boss, an assist trophy, a sticker. Spirit.
I made that mistake.
What?
Calling them stickers.
Well, they had stickers in Brawl.
I guess so. I guess you could do stickers too.
Anything that's been in Smash. You think Sans will win? Sans, I think, would be underwhelming and feel bad for fans of the character.
We would not give Sans very much.
We would give him as much as Toby Fox gave him.
He'd probably be around a human child level.
Like, well, he beat that... Oh, human child.
Yeah.
Yeah, characters like that from Undertale or from the Mother series are really hard to measure.
The Mother series at least has people do stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Sans' whole thing is he's not powerful. He just fights good. Like, he's connected to the timeline stuff, right? Like, he's aware you're flipping back. I always interpreted it less as him having, like, this untouchable super speed and more like he just knows exactly what you're going to do for a lot of it. Not to rush anything, but can you react to the video I sent in a past community post and asked if you can react to? Absolutely I can. Post the link on here, and if that doesn't work, then send it to me on Discord. Do you know what one that is?
No.
I watched the first couple seconds of it, and it's going to be good. How did Ryu's Shoryuken not split Lucario's chest open? It probably could have.
He's made of steel? Maybe? Are steel types always made out of steel?
I like to think so.
I like to think so,
Just
too.
a metal
but
Lucario.
He's got, like, steel wool fur.
Oh, here's how will sorry, real fast. It says a lot about Undertale when the hardest boss in the game introduces the concept of dodging.
That's really funny.
Okay, wait.
How will double battles work?
Yeah, so I
like,
think he's asking the Samus versus Pit.
Yeah, so we're going to, basically on the research side of things, treat it as two separate battles. We'll determine the winners separately, and then the animation is going to have them combined. It won't, like, affect the outcome in any way, I don't think.
No, it won't.
But it's just going to be something we do for a fun animation.
Mm-hmm. I'll pull up that video real fast while Lemon keeps talking. Let's find another question to answer.
Yeah, please do.
Is Ryu hot?
He can shoot fire, so
You guys don't
yes.
even know the tongue battle that's coming to the channel in October.
Ugh. Shulk versus Geno would be something that could work, because Geno was represented in Smash before.
Mm-hmm.
So if enough people vote for that, it would happen.
Geno is another character who I think is really cool and don't see being terribly impressive.
I know people have told me that he's really crazy.
I think it's because of, like, this implication of power in the game rather than...
Yeah, I think the lore has him being pretty insane. But I haven't played the game or gone through it.
I used to know the lore when I'd make Smash speculation videos on him.
I bet you didn't know the lore like the Versus community does.
That is very true.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and grab a question from the Discord because I can't see the chat right now.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up this video that Smash Battle is telling us.
All right. Spidey says, I would like to see a discussion of the meaning of life.
Don't say it. I know it's in your head, and don't say it. That's the obvious joke to make here, and you're not going to do it.
Okay.
42. Anyway, Smash.
I mean, it is, though.
Smash Battle, I'm not seeing this. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So
Go put it in the stream submission chat.
would you react to Ryu versus Jin or Lucario versus Renamon? That would be cool. I'd also like to react to death battles, Ryu versus Lucario. I really like interacting with, like, other versus series. I want to make a video on about our rival versus series, the biggest one on YouTube, kind of ranking every video they've ever made. I've already started that. Kind of like reviewing each episode in 10 words or less. No, not DBX. Oh yeah, DBX for Lucario versus Ryu. Let's see. Any other questions? Is Wario cool?
I don't like him.
Yeah, he's gross.
He is gross.
What's your opinion on Cartoon Fight Club and Rumble Rewind? I haven't seen them, but I've heard that they're, like, really great people behind them. Will Season 2 of Smash Bracket have assist trophies? That isn't the plan unless someone upgrades it.
Upgrades it?
Upgrades an assist trophy to a fighter.
Oh, like... Okay, I get you.
Yeah, I wasn't clear. When is Banjo versus Yoshi? It's in production right now. And yeah, I'm just not seeing that comment you were telling me to look for. Sorry about that, Smash Battle. Let's get another question going. How's the music, by the way? Can you all hear it? Because I turned it pretty far down on my end.
How are you going to kill Kirby in Diddy versus Greninja?
It's like a shoo. Poosh! That's about how it goes, actually.
I don't know if I've seen him. Like, I haven't been paying attention to the works in progress for that one much.
Yeah, it's
so I don't actually know.
Kind of. Sorry if that ruined it for anyone.
How is the schedule planned for SmackDown, and how much of an effect would the Kickstarter have on said planning?
Right now, I think we're looking at 2 a month if it gets funded.
That's the goal, yeah.
Because we have Season 1 almost planned out.
Yeah.
About 24 episodes, and it would be really cool if it could be a year-round cycle. We have some battles that the researchers have requested.
The problem is that would mean we're putting out 4 videos a month, which is doable as far as workload is concerned. It's just that would take a lot of money. Ink was talking about how Ryu versus Lucario came in at only $600.
Don't ask what Mewtwo versus Sephiroth is at.
Ugh, that's gonna stress me out. So yeah, it costs a lot for us to do that, and we just aren't going to be able to if we don't get the funding. Oh, this!
Yeah,
I saw you share this. I don't remember if I watched it.
I think that this is going to get us copyright struck. So I'm going to have to play other music kind of loudly over. Actually, we'll just have to sing it.
Don't.
You know it.
I don't.
All right.
Are you sharing your screen?
I'm not. I do this all the time. Like, so often. All right. Here it is. You guys
when is the Pokemon streak going to end? Real quick. We've been discussing it, and we're actually going to transition to a Pokemon-only bracket.
Just there's a lot of views behind Pokemon.
Yeah, so we're going to do all 800 Pokemon in a tournament with themselves before we continue on with Smash Bracket.
We just figured there's too many Pokemon in Smash Bracket, and so it's probably the best way to decide which one gets to have a chance. Because we don't want to see only Pokemon in Smash Bracket.
Right, so once we figure that out, we'll have the strongest Pokemon, and they'll just take the place in Smash Bracket, and then we can resume that again.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at this real fast. I'm going to have to mess with the audio. What? Okay, I have to turn the audio off for a second. But the sniper rifle.
What's the chicken nugget?
It's from a community poll meme on Ink Thinks. And Papa has made the cut. Mewtwo. Raging Sonic fans. Is that the replay of the stream?
Was that
trying to find the
stream?
size? Yeah, it was. Trying to find the size of Popstar.
I hate Popstar.
Oh, man. That's so good.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love seeing stuff like this.
Wait, what's the chicken nugget?
I mean, I could see if I could find that poll.
I don't get the reference.
So I did a community poll a long time ago on Ink Thinks, like a popularity contest. Oh man, I cringe hearing my old videos. Let's see. Let me make sure you all can see my screen.
Remember when Ink Thinks posted videos?
Hey, I've been busy.
We have like 2 videos recorded and ready to upload on your channel. I
More than that, it's just one of them. It starts. So the other day, somebody announced, or Nickelodeon announced, All-Star Brawl, which kind of tells you last time I had time to record for Ink Thinks. But I don't want to just do content like that. I want to do like Rise Up and actual high quality stuff, especially since it's my 100th video, and I've been promising people. Where is it? Rise of Nathaniel Bandy. Here it is for probably 6 months now. I can't find. Here it is. So yeah, I did a Smash Bros. Popularity contest, and at the very end, I took Mario, who won, versus a literal chicken nugget. Just type that in. I think Mario still beat him. Oh, nope. Literal chicken nugget wins. And the reason is we didn't have someone to go up against Pyramithra. And so I think we added a chicken nugget in as part of that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anyway, so that's the origin that. Wow, this is a really harsh outline to our not green screen.
Our lighting sucks.
It does, and Here, this is a bad idea.
Hashtag support the Kickstarter so we can get better lighting. What? It's so bright.
All right. And if I adjust here. Okay. Now that we've lightened things up,
It doesn't even look better.
I can put my trash bag that's working as a diffuser over this. That looks really bad. Anyway, what else have we got? That is so cool. I don't know what they're talking about. How do I turn this down?
Probably the video that we reacted to. The Friends song.
Probably. Okay. Our lighting is bad. Levi would know what to do with our lighting. He does film stuff.
Let's just have him come fix it.
Very good, Ink. That is indeed how you diffuse lighting. See, he's verifying what we... You should see my other light diffuser. I ought to just order one.
You should.
My other one is old cut-up underwear. Anyway, so the Kickstarter is running. We could use some funding. But yeah. What's our next question? Let's get some tunes back on. You guys want to listen to lo-fi stuff or smash bracket music in the background? I know that's not how you diffuse light, Levi, but with anything else, it was way too harsh. This is still way too harsh, because it's an actual trash bag.
Is there SmackDown lore, and is it linked to bracket lore?
Undecided.
We've got some ideas on how we could do it. It's just that we haven't quite committed to it yet. Why was the music so good?
Question from Bent to Gim. Haven't heard of them, but yeah, we're working with some really talented musicians. They make really cool stuff. So that would be it. You ought to go check out their channels. Look up BenT/TedGM, or I don't know how to tell you to find the other guy because I work with him off of Fiverr.
He doesn't have like socials to link.
I don't think so.
Huh.
Anyway, can we hear the Diddy versus Greninja track? No. Link versus Ridley music. We've already listened to that. Anyway, so people tend to want to listen to the music. Let's go through some more questions.
What animation style is the Minecraft Battle Royale in? That will be 3D.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking very great from the one screenshot I have seen so far.
Yep. If you guys want to see like early looks at that, you can always join our membership program on YouTube or Patreon.
Post that as a work in progress.
I did.
Oh, you did. Just not in the Discord this time.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then, have you played The Binding of Isaac? I have put like 700 hours into that game.
I have put 0, but I have played Hades.
So, Isaac versus Hades?
Isaac versus Hades.
That's
no,
his name,
not
right?
Hades. Zagreus. Dang it. I got the coolest freaking fight, and I want to make it so badly, but it's going to have to be like hand-drawn or something, and that has a whole host of issues. But hear me out. Best idea you've ever heard in your entire life. You have Zagreus from Hades versus Hercules from Disney's Hercules versus Percy Jackson. Don't tell me it's too niche. That's not.
That's not too niche.
Thank you.
It's a Disney character in there.
Okay, but yeah, Percy Jackson is just a book character. Well, I guess he had live action stuff and a comic.
The live action
It's a good
was
one.
not good.
Can I ask you a question? Indeed, you can. Live action for that. I can't imagine us getting a live action Zagreus to look good. And they do all sorts of like crazy stuff. Like Percy's insane. Composite Percy.
I don't know anything about his series. I watched the live action movie and erased it from my mind immediately after.
I would want Zagreus to win, but here's the issue. Anytime he comes up to the surface, he dies.
That's a big issue. I mean, it's not hard to get the other two down to him.
Yeah, Hercules and Percy have both been in the river Styx, but Percy has these little pellets that he throws, and it teleports everyone around him to the ocean, I think. So that's an F.
I don't know if you would think to do that. How do you guys handle explosions where you can clearly see that they are big, but you never see the actual damage it causes? And then they link an example. So there are two things to consider there. If we have an indication that there was probably some damage done, but it's just zoomed out really far so we can't like actually see the impact itself, we can measure that as a rough estimate. We'll probably be a little more strict with that when we consider like outliers and things. When we look at Pokemon, for instance, and see really big dust clouds from explosions and no damage, we don't treat that as anything. We have to actually measure the damage we see, or the damage that's implied to happen at least, and So when there's clearly no damage done, that just means it's not a powerful explosion.
Yep. Speaking of like damage done, should we briefly go over how we're changing up damage calculations, or are we not ready for that?
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about that. I don't want to go into a ton of detail just because I think it's not going to be interesting for most people. They're not going to care.
Yeah, give it like a 60-second rundown while I eat. My wife made me pasta.
The basic idea is that so far we've been giving everything in TNT equivalents, which is a pretty good system, and it does make it really easy to keep everyone very consistent and compare numbers to each other. But there are a lot of things that it doesn't account for. For instance, someone falling from like 4 feet high technically endures more TNT equivalents than a gun. But obviously, someone falling from that high isn't going to be able to tank a gunshot. So what we are doing is using a system called intensity instead. It's a measure of watts over area. And that will allow us to account for things like that example. Handle really tiny piercing damage, or compare it to very different types of damage like fire and stuff like that.
And it's scalable, right? So you won't get someone with insane levels of durability, but say, well, they've never taken a sword stab before, so they get 0 resistance toward that.
Yeah, one method I've seen is just for people to treat piercing and bludgeoning damage entirely differently. Not super common, but when that's the case, usually you'll say, like, well, they haven't endured any piercing damage, so they haven't shown to be able to resist that, so even though they could, like, tank a building explosion, they couldn't take any level of bullets, which is obviously not ideal. And the other way to handle it is to just say they're the same, which also isn't ideal because piercing weapons are designed to break through tougher things. And so this is a really good compromise. It'll be a little weird because instead of TNT equivalents, we're giving you units of power, which means that instead of seeing things like this is equivalent to the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima, you'll see things like this is equivalent to the amount of power it takes to, like, keep the U.S. going for a year.
Yeah. So it's definitely going to be an adjustment. Ink, why do you eat every stream? Because I'm constantly, like, I'm working right up till we're doing this, and I always forget to eat. So then I go down to stream, and my wife's like, hey, you haven't eaten all day. Here's dinner.
Why did you say Mega Lucario could keep up with Pikachu, but then immediately say he doesn't scale? I have really been meaning to make power scaling into an article, which is now going to be a video because no one reads my articles and the videos do better.
You could erase the word "my" from that. No one reads articles.
Very true. Anyway, I'll hopefully have something more clear on that later, but the gist of it is that Pikachu, I don't even think scales to Pikachu. Like, his speed is so drastically different every time he moves that I don't think it's reasonable to say that there's a consistent speed we could say he operates at.
I would have explained it as we could measure Lucario's speed using distance over time, and when we do that, we account for things like gravity that are constants, and then we use that to figure out how fast Lucario's going, rather than saying Pikachu at one point moved this insane speed. So because Lucario fought him, he's able to match him at that speed, which feels really weird to me when we can actively measure him not at that speed.
Yeah, that's another one. Thank you, JT Gamer, for reading my articles. You're literally one of like 10 people.
Does Pichu evolve into a Pikachu, or is that not allowed? That's probably not allowed.
Mid-fight? It'd be kind of funny.
That would be.
But yeah, that's
maybe we should have combined them, and then we have a fighter for Schultz.
That's what I've been saying, is they should have been composited. Because we gave Pikachu all of Pichu's feats anyway.
Well, we're already this far into it. Dang it. Let's see. Why did you not use Lucario's ability in the fight? You mean like in the animation? We definitely talked about it in the research. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it didn't make a difference.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I remember us talking
This
about
sounds
that,
like
and
we-
I also don't even remember what that ability was.
He wasn't the one that tires out the enemy quicker. That's Mewtwo.
I've been so bad with remembering research. At the start, I was doing everything myself, and I could answer all of these questions off the top of my head. And now I have a really great team that I trust to do research, and so I don't know everything personally.
It's
Which
Steadfast.
makes me seem like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Which does... Doop-a-doop. Steadfast or Inner Focus. Steadfast raises his speed each time he flinches. And Inner Focus... While I find Inner Focus, I will say we treated him as if he were maximum speed for most of it because he'd be able to buff that with other moves. So that would be more relevant than his ability. If anything, it would just help his ease of getting there. And Inner Focus prevents him from flinching. That would have been cool to add into the animation, but also I think maybe made it look kind of stiff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A lot of stuff we end up having to cut out from the animation just because we can't afford to have them be 12 minutes long to incorporate all the cool things we want to. One good thing about the tournament, though, is that everyone's going to get at least 2 battles, and I think like the people who get the most are going to have like 7 or 8 fights, right?
It'll be a crazy amount.
Yeah, it'll be disappointing to
We'll
not
almost
see...
have as many like fights with our winner as Death Battle has with Batman fights by the end.
I think we'll probably have more. But yeah, it's I think we'll have really good representations of the character throughout the series, but probably not in any single video, both because it's hard to fit into any one video and because we want to leave cool things for other videos.
Also, answer a quick question here. Actually, no. Jumping off what he says real fast. That's like why, for example, we didn't use Meta Knight's theme in Meta Knight versus Marth. We used Marx's theme because I wanted to save Meta Knights for a later round before we got a musician that just writes their own stuff. So, oops, that's why. Will you use a normal chimp skill for Diddy Kong? Wait, will you use normal chimp skill for Diddy Kong for most?
I don't know what foremost means there. But no, probably not, since Diddy has actual things he can do.
Let's see. Why wouldn't Confusion work on Sephiroth if Mewtwo can learn it? So number 1, he resists the condition, but number 2, Sephiroth's taken his own power before and been totally fine.
Yeah. Which is rough.
Yep.
I don't have anything to add. You covered it.
Yeah. All right. Should we get some more questions from the Discord?
Yep. Let's see. What has been your favorite episode to work on so far? That's a good question.
Mewtwo versus Sephiroth may have been the most rewarding for me, I think. Just because it was under development for so long. So it was really cool to see all of that come together once we had a proper research team. Sonic versus Fox was similar for me. So probably one of those two is my favorite to work on.
Mine has been the Samuses versus the Pits. I know
We
it's not
haven't even
out yet.
done much on it.
I mean, the thing is, for that episode, I've been learning so much. You guys don't understand how much... Like, I'm going through physics courses to try and solve these freaking episodes. But there's just so much I'm learning about radiation and, like, quantum physics and things in order to make sense of what goes on in Metroid. And I think it's super cool and interesting. And I like it.
Radiation is complicated.
Phazon is insane. People know it's insane, and I don't think anyone actually knows how insane it is.
Give an example.
Okay. Well, it's hard to give a good example because radiation is really complicated and not really studied beyond the bounds of, like, what actually happens on Earth or in the solar system. But there's no event in the universe that produces as much radiation as Phazon would. Like, you could be in the heart of a star going through nuclear reactions, and it wouldn't kill you, at least not from radiation, as quickly as Phazon does.
Don't you have to, like, Aren't you coming up with your own formula for radiation damage? Because for
think
some
I
reason,
might
no one
have
wanted
to.
to do it.
I mean, no promises. It might just not
So,
be possible. Which is
An
why
argument
no one
I've
does it.
heard is, but Samus is countered by, or Dark Samus is countered by Snake because he survived in a microwave radiation room.
It just.
What
it
kind of
wouldn't-
comparison is that?
It's like saying that you could survive being locked in an Iron Maiden torture device because you stepped on a toothpick and were fine.
Yeah, that was a pretty gruesome one, but
Phazon's gruesome.
yeah, the real lemon equation.
Yeah, when I'm famous for calculating the theoretical effects of radiation on bodies that can absorb more
So,
radiation than us.
What would it take for somebody to be able to resist Phazon? Because even if they've faced radiation before, they'll never have faced something like Phazon.
I mean, not necessarily, just because radiation isn't portrayed very realistically, basically anywhere. So there's a good chance that any showing of resisting radiation will be higher than its real-life equivalent for that reason. So that is a possibility. Other than that, I think that Phazon might actually be doing its damage through non-radioactive means, at least its most immediate damage, in which case other things would be able to handle it. Like, one of the most promising things I think it's doing is just, like, boiling all of a person's cells instantly. In
That's
that case-
unfortunate for any of Link's fairies if he needs a revive.
Yeah. But in that case, anyone who resists heat would be okay, I guess.
But it's like radiation heat, right? That's like saying
Like, if you wore a suit that protected you from heat, it wouldn't help. But if, like, your core being resisted heat, it probably would.
gotcha.
So it kind of depends on the nature of the resistance. Other than that, I think maybe if you could, like, put your entire body into stasis so your cells don't divide, that might help. I don't know of anyone who does that, but it probably exists somewhere in fiction.
That's gross.
Phazon is weird. I don't know if it'll end up being as
What if-
crazy as I think, just because I think it probably won't end up to be physically possible. under
Really
the
just
mechanics
touches
of
someone and they
radiation.
turn into a tumor. That's disgusting.
It's basically true.
Okay, here's an interesting one. We've answered it before, but I always love answering it. How is the inventory and feats going to be measured for Steve?
I don't understand people asking how feats are going to be measured, because it's the same as... Oh, actually, you know what? It is really different for
Yeah,
Steve.
this one's really unique.
Okay, yeah, so I hate Steve. The problem is that Minecraft is, like, really explicitly operating under a different set of physics than us. Both supported by the game having code that we can look through to see how its physics engine works, and, like, alternative media confirming that its physics system is literally different. It's not just a game thing.
Like their extended canon. Narrated by Jack Black, actually, one of those.
Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, that presents a problem because it means that we can't apply any of our physics to Steve's physics. So
Well-
I've got to find a way to, like, convert Minecraft physics into real-life physics, which sounds terrible.
Specifically, it'll say things like Steve or the player character, when they pick something up, they're not actually lifting its weight. It just becomes weightless.
Well, that's not
And-
even what I mean. Like, that goes into how we're treating the inventory, is that it's literally weightless. Everything he weighs or carries, both on his person and in his inventory, is weightless.
And not just in-game, but like specified in external canon.
Right. Which I know that there is now a comment from, or because of one of our Discord members, they got a reply from a community manager stating that the books aren't canon, but remember that we are using our own system of canon, which still holds up.
Yeah, and that wasn't even about the books necessarily, that question.
Right.
But yeah, just because something isn't canon to a main story doesn't mean it isn't an intentional and official portrayal of a character. We've got a whole video breaking it down on the channel right now, though.
But yeah, the thing about Minecraft is, like, in real life, if you were to drop something, it falls 9.8 meters per second every second. So it just keeps speeding up at that constant rate. In Minecraft, there's this really long and complicated formula to determine how fast something goes. And you can roughly simplify it to say that it's 3 times our gravity, but it's not accurate. Because it's not like it's 27 meters per second. It depends on a whole host of factors how fast you're going, which means that you can't directly compare a fall in Minecraft to a fall in real life. And that's how everything works.
Steve can be very broken in real life physics. Yeah, if you put real life physics and just like what things look like without accounting for lore.
Yeah, if you just ignore everything about Minecraft in order to like figure out how strong he is, it would be pretty crazy.
That's not what he's saying.
I mean,
or maybe a little. But yeah.
Let me pull up another question.
Okay, I'll look through here and see if we can see any.
Do you expect to get tired of making Smash Bracket episodes? Absolutely, yes.
Really?
I already am.
Really?
Like, I love it. I love it a lot, but I am, like, tired.
Tired's a good... Like, I'm worn out, but I'm not...
Yeah, like,
burnt
I'm not...
out on making them.
Yeah, I'm not tired of the channel. I still want to keep doing this, but it takes so much work, and that is tiring.
Mm-hmm. But it's also kind of growing pains of a new channel, and once we get bigger, we'll be able to smooth things out with editors or a more established research team who we can pay in things besides Smash Bracket episodes or Super Smackdown episodes.
Yeah, I think the channel will get better. I don't see myself growing so tired of it that I leave, but I will definitely get to points where I'm just like exhausted from spending 80 hours a week researching. We're learning Japanese now. I had to do that. Did you guys know that there are 3 volumes of Minecraft manga that aren't available in the US?
And Kirby manga too, right?
No, there are way more. Hundreds. There are 55 separate Kirby manga. And I know one of them has like hundreds of volumes.
I have learned French intentionally to watch Donkey Kong Country in its original form. Because it's a French show, apparently. Which is primary canon. Write that down.
Anything in French?
No, just that specific cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really. People take everything we say seriously on here. We mentioned a couple of weeks ago that Red had to fight without his Pokemon, just like fist fights, and a lot of people took that really seriously.
He's not fighting without his Pokemon.
Yeah.
I kind of want to, because it would be funny.
They get to watch him from the sidelines.
I'm also convinced that Pokemon Trainer are stronger than their Pokemon in every instance, but...
That sounds like a whack bracket video.
I don't want to just turn into game theory.
Yeah, me either. Well, we got the Sonic's Chili versus Green Arrow's Chili video coming up. The Ultimate versus match. Let's see.
Can you tell a few battles of what type of animation they are?
Sure.
And what battles are you most excited for?
So, let me pull up my list.
Most of them are Sprite.
Yeah, at least for now, most of them are Sprite. The
original language of the Donkey Kong cartoon is English. It just premiered in France.
Oh, really?
That's from Anonymous, who is an encyclopedia of that cartoon. So
he knows that cartoon better than anyone should.
It's a little concerning, Anonymous. We're worried for you.
Okay, but Anonymous, there was that, it was like a variety show almost? Not variety show, but you told me about it. Like a spin-off from that series that was only in French. And I watched it and couldn't understand it. I don't know Donkey Kong French. Anyway, so Bill Cipher versus Sephiroth, hand-drawn. Or no, not hand-drawn, sorry. Sprite-based. Already messed it up.
Nice.
Greninja versus Diddy Kong, Sprite. Snake versus Joker, 3D. Ken versus Terry, Sprite, hand-drawn, and 3D. Zero versus Shadow is hand-drawn. Crom versus Roy, we're hoping to get in 3D. Sonic versus Fox rematch will be hand-drawn and sprite-based, ideally. And then Minecraft Battle Royale and Greninja, or Gengar versus Boo are both going to be 3D. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so.
Could you react to more death battles? That's the plan after this, actually.
Last minute, but how do you guys plan to handle the Luminary's pep powers? They can be some of his most powerful attacks, but they require other party members to perform them. I'm not familiar enough with him to say for sure.
That sounds like someone else's attack.
Yeah. It probably won't hold up, at least just from that description.
Pep powers. Dragon Quest 11. How does he require someone else to perform them?
I'm assuming he means like a team attack. Maybe he means that he can't do them unless
Can be activated while certain characters are in a pepped state. Let's see. So yeah, it requires teammates. So then he probably wouldn't get them.
Yeah. We'll look into it more to say for sure.
Hero Battle Royale is going to be a nightmare.
I hate that it's happening.
Anyway, how's the Kickstarter going? It's going really well, actually. Let's talk about that real briefly. So we are about 56% funded, I believe. 56% funded. 23 days left. And we need to get there to our $4,000 goal if we want any of the money. Without this, we're going to really have to slow down our posting because we are running out of money real fast. So hopefully we can get it. If you guys have ever wanted to have a vote in a battle, we're doing a backer exclusive battle you can all vote in. Or if you back at the highest tier, like Wind here did, you get to choose your own battle, like your very own, entirely custom to you. And we will make it happen, regardless of who you choose.
We've got some cool stretch goals, too, that will make it so that if we get enough funding, the backer episode will become 2 episodes and increase in length, and can even be 3D.
Yeah. So lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. I think we forgot to answer the second half of Stylish's question earlier, which is how the schedule of SmackDown will be affected if we don't get funded.
We touched on it briefly. It'll have to be 1 per month, and
at most, it might be slower.
Yeah, and so the Patreon voted episodes will probably have to take. Well, we'll have to fit it in somehow. It wouldn't be ideal.
And then we might even need to slow down the main bracket, too.
I was looking at once every 3 weeks, and that would probably be the most sustainable. So probably 2 videos per month, 1 every 3 weeks for Smash Bracket, and once a month for Super SmackDown. But yeah. We're actually working on merch right now. We have a couple things in the works right now. We have this really cool idea for Smash Bracket jerseys, where it's like each one is a customized jersey for your favorite character in a copyright safe way, but with like the fighter number on the back, like Mario's number 1, and each character in Smash has their own number. So you could order it for your favorite character and wear it to represent it. It would be custom print, really nice, but the ones we found are like, what, $90?
Yeah, it's like $75 at least just to get them printed, not even shipping it to us. So it would cost even more to ship it out, and then we'd have to deal with international shipping because I know we have a lot of overseas members.
Yeah.
So
I don't think a lot of people will do that. We could probably list it.
I guess it's just that we'd probably need to be selling them for at least $100 and probably more, and that's more than we want. We could do cheaper jerseys. It's just that they're not actual jerseys. They're just like cotton T-shirts.
Yeah.
That are called jerseys.
Yeah, these would be like proper, really high quality, really nice jerseys. They would just be a premium price.
I mean, I guess the other problem is it's not print on demand, so we would need to buy an inventory.
Honestly, if we get an inventory of just like one for the most common characters,
it's not a bad idea.
But there's different sizes and
yeah, it's an issue. We're trying to figure it out. If anyone happens to run a custom jersey print-on-demand service that sells them for very high quality and cheap, reach out to us. I'm sure there's lots of you.
Yep, in the 50 people watching. Anyway, an inventory like Minecraft? Yeah, like Minecraft, actually. Any other questions we got?
Yeah. How come Ryu did not use the Raging Demon on Lucario? Because it was a spar, and we didn't think that he would send a sparring partner to hell.
He could have. Like, we don't calculate the situation of how they meet until we decide the winner.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, that's why he didn't do it in the animation. we considered it as a valid win condition for him in the research. It's just not how we chose to end the animation.
Yep. Like, if that was his only win condition and he could do it reliably, then that's how it would have ended, and we would have wrote it with that in mind.
He just had a lot of other win conditions.
Yeah. He also had other forms that we didn't use, like his power of somethingness.
Nothingness. He used
No. The power of somethingness, where he uses
right.
evil Ryu and power of
The
nothingness
Shin Ryu.
at all times. Yeah, Shin Ryu.
Right. What else here? This guy says same here, which isn't a question and doesn't respond to anything. Since 10 versus Carrie...
You did it too!
You've corrupted me. Since Ken versus Terry will have at least 3 different art styles, how will you transition between each style?
I don't want to spoil it, but
it'll be cool.
There's a really good transition, and it's going to be really fun for fans of fighting games. That whole animation is going to be.
If anyone guesses it, we'll include the prediction in the episode.
Sure, yeah. Although I think I may have told some people.
Never mind.
But those people might have all been under NDA, so I don't know.
How did you treat extreme speed, and how much of a difference would it have made? So in the games, extreme speed makes you go first always. In the anime, it just makes you go faster, and it can still be outsped. And so that's the interpretation we went with. In general, when something feels really unclear in the games, we look to how it's presented in the anime and manga. And extreme speed and other priority moves are one of those things where it just seems to make them slightly faster. So we factored it in already to get his max speed. It wasn't enough to change anything.
Yeah. When will Smash Bracket lore come out? Some of it's already started coming out in our pre-existing videos. There's enough to start piecing some stuff together. But as far as a dedicated video, sometime.
I've seen some people in the speculation channel on the server already pointing out some of the hints we've been leaving, which is fun.
Cool. I haven't been able to stay super up to date on that.
Yeah,
there's stuff in most of the videos.
Every once in a while.
But yeah. 10 versus Carrie will be coming out. Wait, dang it! You wrote it that way.
Sonics. That's evil.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's all the questions from the Discord, though. We've got a bunch of suggestions for death battles to react to, though.
You guys want to see us react to death battles?
I don't know why. You guys are crazy.
That last one was so cool. I think it might be my favorite.
I agree.
That might be my favorite ever.
Let's just put it on our channel and pretend like we're that good.
Yeah.
That is a good thing we can do legally, right?
Mm-hmm. I saw some guy on YouTube who made all of his videos public domain. You could just take them and upload them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the whole video was about how copyright law is dumb and piracy should be allowed and everyone should have access to everything on the internet and there should be no ownership of intellectual property. And then he had a good amount of subscribers. He's like, I'm going to make all of my stuff public domain, including this comic strip I make and these characters, and we'll see how it works out.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know that I entirely agree with that philosophy, but I think it applies to a lot of situations, at least.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool to stick by
for
your
custom
guns.
sprites, for example, our sprites, if we do customs, are going to be taken and put online regardless of what we do.
Did we do that with the Lucario ones?
I need to find that sprite sheet.
Oh, we should do that.
I got sent it on Discord, but that seemed like it was a low quality render of it, so
Gotcha. I
need to look at it again. But yeah, right now for customs we have Ganon versus Dracula. I want to do that.
Sure.
For right now we have custom sprites for Wolf, the R-Wing, the Wolfen, Banjo and Kazooie, and Mega Lucario.
Custom sprites cost so much, guys.
They really do. We almost had to get custom sprites of each Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but we found really cool ones that we can use. But yeah, all right. So what are some of these ones that we're seeing? We're seeing Ganondorf versus Dracula, Ryu versus Jin.
In the Discord,
that one might be thematic since we just did Ryu.
True. In the Discord, we have people suggesting Sam Fisher versus Snake, Ganon versus Dracula, Johnny Cage versus Falcon, Beerus versus Galaxia, Twilight versus Raven, Wario versus DDD,
if they've ever done one with Lucario or Ryu, I feel like we should do that for our SEO.
Sure. We've got Ryu versus Jin and Lucario versus Renamon.
I think Ryu's been in 2. Would you be able to pull those up in separate tabs and talk with people? I gotta run to the restroom.
Yeah.
They also did a DBX of Ryu versus Lucario, and I think it would be cool to react to that. It's short.
Cool. Ink got me a chair in here finally, but his is still better. Let's see. Death battle. Ryu. Ryu versus Jin and Scorpion. Not Strider. That one almost got me. Lucario. And then Lucario versus Renamon and Blaziken. Wow, these are really popular fighters. I didn't realize that. Let's pull up the comments. Yeah, it's DBX, but I pulled it up anyway. I think we did react to Goomba versus Koopa. Maybe we didn't, and I just have watched it a couple of times. But I feel like we did. That one is really cool. Do you think you'd want to react to the CP11 reveal? Sure, I'm down for that. I'll talk to Ink. Although I will probably be watching it before we react to it, because I have no self-control. And because people will tag me with the person who is revealed anyway, so I won't be surprised. Would you use anything like Gigantamax forms in Smash Bracket for characters like Charizard? No, because Gigantamax is specific to a certain region. If there was some way that they could Gigantamax without being in that specific location, then probably. But since it's so limited, it just doesn't make sense to do. We didn't do it on stream, huh? I don't think we will react to Ken versus Terry, at least not today. Maybe after their episode comes out, it would make sense. I don't actually like reacting to ones that they have fighters in common with us. They can't watch Beerus versus Galaxia. I heard that copyright was an issue, but I bet we could find it on YouTube somewhere. Just probably not on their channel. A lot of suggestions for what to react to, but I think we already have so many.
We do have so many.
There's like 6 battles with these guys in them.
What are we talking about? Oh wait, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to make a stupid joke, like I'm butting in on this conversation. And... Whew. Okay. DBX versus Goomba. That's a good one. Did we already watch that together?
That's what I thought, but then they told me no.
Yes, we have. No?
I could have sworn we did. I remember reacting to it with someone. Maybe, did we do it, like, on a Patreon call, maybe? That you were there for?
I know someone in our... excuse me. Someone in our server shared it. We did do that on a Patreon call.
That's what it was.
Yep.
Join Patreon, I guess, to see cool content. Like, the same content that we're doing now, but different.
Yeah. Alright, let's get this shared. Okay, cool. Then let's go ahead and start this. We're going to be reacting to... What's this one? So this one's just a DBX. We're reacting to Ryu versus Lucario. We just made our own version of this. And I watched this briefly after we finished our own animation, so I don't remember too much about it. I do remember they used different sprites than us, but let's see how it goes.
I haven't seen it.
All right. So this is just the animation, I think. Oh, I saw someone in the comments saying it's because you can't run from trainer battles. That's why they did that.
Oh. It's interesting.
Let's see.
Here we go!
It's such a cute Ryu.
That's a cool shot.
Ryu was just punching the air there for a second.
Watch the power of aura.
Chibi Ryu. What's going on?
I have no idea. Did we miss Ryu's ability to create storms?
Did I pull up the wrong? Oh wait, what's his ability? I know he has it in Smash.
Oh, that's a downbeat. I don't know what it actually is. Robin did like all of our research on Ryu.
That's unfortunate for his.
That's what I was representing. That's great.
That's fun. Focus Punch is a real move.
That's great.
That was fun. I was confused by a lot of what was happening, but overall,
Why do you have that file open dialogue?
What do you mean?
Every time you click on OBS, it pops up the other window, which is just the open.
Oh, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. Like I said, I was confused by parts of it. It was slow at the end.
Yeah, a bit. It was like slow for dramatic effect, but a little too long.
Too much of that.
But overall, I liked it a lot. It was just a fun animation.
Yeah. And I think this was like really early in DBX's career. But yeah, if you guys want to see our own take on that fight, we actually just posted our fight only video where we just show our battle animation. So if you want to compare them side by side, then I think that's a fun thing to do. When are you going to hit me with the Scat Man? No one else is going to know what you're talking about, but I do, and probably not when you're thinking.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you
I
do?
remember that. Yeah, because they were
It's in
complaining.
the feedback channel.
Yeah.
They were complaining about me going, and there you go! They said, it takes them out of it. So I said, next time I'm going to hit you all with like a doo-wop-scooba-labba-dabba-doo-boo-boo instead of, and there you go, right as soon as they end. Gonna say that for like a real brutal finish.
I actually know which matchup would be perfect for that.
Which one?
The one that we were talking about earlier today. Like when I got here before we started streaming. You'll remember later.
What's the first letter?
N. Or P. I don't know which one you put first. Which fighter you put first. In next year,
Next year?
it would be a very different thing.
I don't remember any of this.
Really?
Really?
We were talking about it for so long. Let me pull this up.
We were talking about it on Discord?
No, we were talking about it here. It's just that this channel will remind you.
Oh, that would be the perfect one
Right?
for it. And none of you are going to know what we're talking about. I don't want to say who it is because it's not confirmed yet. Or not confirmed if we're doing it. But if we are, it would be live action, which is really cool.
Honestly, though, don't do that. Bring in a second commentator before you start.
Boo. And there you go. We have a winner. Anyway, let's get on to the next video. Yeah, but live action one. It's Super Smackdown. Alright, Lucario versus Renimon. Should we do this?
Yeah.
Looks like the video starts about here. Okay, cool. Let me make sure I've got the... Oh, I almost started it again without switching the camera. Yeah, that one. That one wins. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be looking at Lucario versus Renimon. That's a Digimon, right?
Yeah.
Any initial predictions going into this? I would guess
I actually have
Digimon.
no idea how strong Digimon are.
I have heard, or at least had the sentiment that they're crazy. It depends on if they get their battle axes.
I think I remember the outcome of this one, and I think I remember people were really angry about it.
Really? I don't remember anything about this. But, fun fact, there's a Digimon game, a very bad one, but very fun one for the first few hours for the GameCube, called Digimon World 4.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
No, it was fun to reminisce about how we could play this terrible game as kids.
If you're watching the video version of this stream, I'm going to put it on screen now, because I can't do it during this. But yeah, they gave they were sitting at the board meeting, and they're like, hey, you know what would be better than Digivolving? Let's give Agumon a battle axe, and guns, and a sword. And, well, actually, no, he can Digivolve, but he can Digivolve into the other Digimon. Not Greymon, no. He can turn into, like, a Vmon, Hercules Kabuterumon. Agumon can Digivolve eventually when
only
you unlock
after
it.
You beat the game.
Only after you beat the game.
While you're playing through the game, you can only Digivolve into other starter Digimon. The 4 for that game, it was so bad.
I feel like it's a game that if it had another few months with a really good team, could have been really fun.
Maybe. It needed a lot of work. Digimon is actually way better than Pokemon. Sonic Bro. I will get destroyed for that opinion, but it's true. It's just like what Pokemon wanted to be, but better. So, yeah. I say that, but I don't actually.
I
keep
grew
up
up on
with
Digimon. Like
media.
we both grew up watching it, but
we watched some of it. I remember the anime where they like fused with the Digimon. Do you remember that one?
I do.
That was weird.
I remember an episode of the anime where some guy needed to find sesame seeds for his hamburger bun, and because it was the perfect hamburger, but not until he had sesame seeds on it. Someone's got to remember this, right?
Maybe it's not better than Pokemon.
But yeah. Anyway, let's get on with our video. So it is Lucario versus Renimon. And here we go.
Monsters come in many shapes and sizes, but the best ones know Kung Fu. Lucario, the steely canine from the world.
Does he know Kung Fu?
And Renimon,
Probably
the
not.
razor sharp and literally foxy Digimon.
Oh gosh, this would have been awful to look up visuals for. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. We could do a live segment on stream where you show off what you mean when you
I
say
would
that.
lose the channel. Oh, audio's doubled. Let me...
Doubled.
Pokemon are known for showing off crazy skills in battle, but not many can match the martial arts prowess of a Lucario.
The Lucario
Alright, that should be
is a
better.
fighting and steel-type Pokemon well known for its fondness of combat. Standing at an average height of 3 feet and
Okay,
11
wait. Was it doubled for the last one? Let me take care of this and we'll restart.
I mean, it should have been.
Is this set to the right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so we probably just have to turn it down on the side.
Better.
Okay, no, not the deviant art joke. It's not a joke.
It's just what
If you try
happens.
looking for any of these characters, or like Crystal from Star Fox, Gardevoir for some reason, in fact, a lot of different Pokemon, Gengar, it's just oddly... Let's restart this video.
inches battle.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Pokemon are known for showing off crazy skills in battle, but not many can match the martial arts prowess of a Lucario.
Oh, there is a
Lucario
deviant art
is
joke in this
fighting
one.
and steel-type Pokemon well known for its fondness of
I
combat.
understand.
Standing at an average height of 3 feet and 11 inches,
Lucario is so
usually
short.
found training high
He
atop
really
mountains,
is.
honing their fighting skills on a daily basis. Compared to other Pokemon, Lucario are very well-rounded offensive fighters.
Whoever disliked
with high
probably
attack,
did it when I
great
said
speed,
Digimon
and
was better than
moderate
Pokemon.
defensive stats.
Even though they tend to keep away from people,
I'm curious where they're gonna
Lucario
have
are
him. I've got
actually
no
extremely
clue.
Loyal to close friends
I wonder
and
if they'll
family.
give him the explosion
Some are so
continue.
devoted to trainers,
no
they
idea.
even figured out how to talk with their minds.
Why did you abandon the queen?
Why did he do it like
So
that?
weird.
Take time to do that?
No, it just has to star in its own movie.
Well, who wouldn't want to see a movie starring one of these guys? Lucario is awesome looking, especially those big spikes there. Perfect for a killer backhand.
I suppose that may improve a Metal Claw attack, one of the many techniques in Lucario's
Heal Pulse.
intimidating
Heal Pulse
arsenal.
only restores health for allies, right?
I think so.
Because I remember I wanted to use that in the animation, and at some point ended up believing it only helps allies. Let's see. Calm Mind is good, though. Counter good. Metal Sound's good. But yeah, I'm almost positive Heal Pulse only works on ally Pokemon. Yeah. Anyway.
This Bone Rush, it doesn't just sound cool. It's when Lucario literally creates bone-shaped laser weapons out of thin air and then beats people down with them.
Impressive, yes, though the wild Lucario's most powerful physical move is close combat.
Oh, that's right. So they use wild Pokemon. We don't in our series. We treat them as trainer-owned, fully optimized, and composited. So they'll have like max IVs, max stuff like that. Basically the best Lucario that you could get with access to all of the moves. With all of its moves. But yeah, I think, how else do we do it? So he only gets his natural moveset, I believe. No TMs, no egg moves, no tutor moves, nothing.
I think they get some of that. I don't remember what the breakdown is. Also, we were wrong about Heal Pulse.
It only heals the target, but you can't target yourself, right? Can you? I don't know.
It didn't matter,
It didn't.
so I forgot the
A
answer.
full-out offensive blitz at the expense of defense.
And Lucario
You can
use
target yourself.
Dragon
That's
Pulse,
embarrassing.
AKA it can shoot a giant energy beam from its mouth. It's like he's throwing up lasers.
How do you
While
handle
Lucario
something like
have
that
a
that does a set
variety
amount of
more
damage each
useful
time?
moves, such as Heal Pulse,
I don't think you
Swords
can put a
Dance,
number
and
on it.
Extreme Speed, all of which many other Pokemon have as well. However, Lucario does possess a unique trait, the ability to sense and manipulate aura. Aura is a spiritual energy described as the essence of every living thing. A Lucario can harness its own aura to create brand new attacks.
Like Aura Sphere, a projectile so powerful it can destroy stone bridges.
But Aura has many
That's
other uses.
good. That's an interesting feat. I haven't seen this part of it before, or at least noticed this. He shoots one side of the bridge, and then two halves fall like he cut it on both sides. Like, watch that again.
New attacks.
Like Aura Sphere, a projectile so powerful it can destroy stone bridges.
But Aura
And then it
has
cut it
many
up into
other
slices.
uses. By sensing the
I mean,
aura of
it's
those
just
nearby,
the bridge
Lucario
collapsing
can
under its own
Yeah, I
project
know.
attacks,
I'm not saying
find
it's a
hidden
like
people,
weird calc or
or
anything. I
even
just didn't
examine
notice that.
environments in a literal out-of-body experience.
I guess it's sort of like Key from Dragon Ball. Actually, this karate dog is really starting
I want to use
remind me of
Roshi in a
someone.
battle.
Why?
I love Roshi. Oh, actually,
You don't have to find
Lucario's
footage.
power is something to behold. A single
Yeah,
aura
that's
sphere
true.
can even overcome attacks
makes it
from
better.
legendary Pokemon.
Physically, Lucario's strong enough to mangle the steel claws of a crane with a single smack.
That was our best strength
Talk
feat for
about
him, right?
metal. Even more,
Was
can
it
move
really?
in short bursts
Yeah.
of speed so fast
I remember
it
calcing it, but I don't
disappears.
actually remember
I should
which
note that
one
the
we ended up
fastest
getting
speed
the
a human
final
eye
number
can
from.
perceive is approximately 9,000 miles per hour.
So they have
Even more.
faster than eyesight speed. That one's it's so hard to know.
Yeah, they're saying 9,000 miles an hour, but it's not it's not that easy. Like, you can find estimates on when something becomes faster than an eye, and it's ranging from anywhere from like 50 miles an hour to like thousands of miles an hour.
I'd imagine it depends on the size and
It depends on the size, the distance,
Proximity.
the color, the lighting, the
same thing
angle.
for like seeing like after images, right?
Like, I can move my hand faster than I to meet.
Yeah, and this is
And
faster
that's
than I see you
not-
guys too. I'm going so fast.
Not 9,000 miles an hour. And
but yeah.
obviously that's a little unfair to say, because obviously Lucario's not like that close, but it shows off why it's a problem.
Yeah,
You can have like objects
faster
in
than light
space,
ink things.
objects in space moving thousands of miles an hour that we can clearly track. It's just,
It's not super reliable,
yeah.
but yeah. Anyway,
Or it can move
yeah.
in short bursts of speed so fast it disappears.
I should note that the fastest speed a human eye can perceive is approximately 9,000 miles per hour.
And to top it off,
See, I would have just done distance over time for that. I think
That's
what
what
we
we
did.
did, yeah.
So some people kind of to not harp on this too much, but so some people will do we can't see them, so speed equals faster than human eye can see. They'll look up what that is, find a number that they like, and use that. And some people will use speed equals distance over time.
The problem with our method, with using speed over distance, or distance equal speed equals distance over time. There we go. Is that, like, you get into the situation where you could have an unclear time frame. Like, if they're really moving at thousands of miles an hour, there's no way we could measure it with real-time numbers.
Right.
And so if they were moving at that and we had any other indication that they were moving that fast, we wouldn't be using distance over time unless we
Right.
could adjust for the time.
Right.
But there's not enough evidence that they are moving that fast. So that's why we end up going with the way we do it.
Yep.
Lucario can take a bunch of really bad blows back to back and still stand up. He can survive falling dozens of feet or explosions powerful enough to obliterate whole rooftops.
That seems like a pretty big range
That's
there.
how I remodel too.
Yeah.
A typical Lucario can even survive some brutal beatings from Fire-type Pokemon like Blaziken and Magmar. This is impressive for two reasons. One, Magmar's body temperature measures a ridiculous 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus, it's like Smokey the Bear's worst nightmare. All this guy needs to do is touch a tree and that whole forest is gone. But not Lucario, no sir. Its fur isn't even singed.
Made even more
I think for a lot of
impressive by my
Pokemon, their best feats, durability feats, tend to be how they compare to other Pokemon, because most Pokemon can at least fight other Pokemon, even if they can't beat them.
Yeah.
Especially if you look at the games, you can get, like, a Rattata that kills an Arceus. Which is why people who say they just want to stick to the games don't actually just want to stick to the games. That's what I found out. I used to be one of those people.
I think the Magmar thing probably does hold up. It's just that it's not impressive. Because even though, like, that's really hot, he's not touching him long enough for heat transfer to occur to a meaningful degree.
And how would that transfer to other durability? Would it? Or
We could get an energy value on it, at least.
Gotcha.
It would be a little weird to compare, like, heat damage to punching damage, but we technically could.
Cool.
Lucario is weak to Fire-type Pokemon.
Well, Lucario's also weak to fighting types, and it is a fighting type, so does that mean it hurts itself?
In a way, but nothing like that. Lucario aren't endurance fighters, and yet often employ hyper-aggressive techniques, so they frequently overtax themselves in combat and even become confused when tracking too many auras.
This Pokemon rarely backs down from a good fight, even when up against overwhelming odds. But that's what makes this Kung Fu puppy so friggin' badass.
With an imposing arsenal and the fighting spirit to match, the Lucario are certainly frightening warriors.
Why'd you do that?
You snuck up behind me. That is always a mistake.
Wait. He was behind him.
Friggin' badass.
With an imposing
Hold up.
arsenal
I know
and
this isn't
fighting
important,
spirit
but it
to
matters to
match,
me.
the Lucario
1
are
second.
certainly frightening warriors.
Yeah, look at that. He snuck up behind him.
Why'd
The
you...
other side.
Anyway.
He snuck up behind Lucario earlier?
That is always a
Maybe. Maybe it's a power move. Like he's just gaslighting Ash.
Probably.
Anyway, so thoughts on Lucario?
They didn't give him the island explosion containment thing. I don't blame them for it. Did we mention that in the video even?
I said
can't
that
remember.
it's potentially his highest power, but we can't really put a number to it.
That's fair.
Essentially, there's and so we didn't end up giving that to him because it was too hard to compare, and there were a lot of variables, and it looks like they didn't either.
Yeah, I think it was a good analysis. I don't know what you're on.
Yeah. Anyway, he's not all that impressive, I don't think.
Why are they typing on color squares?
That's science.
Oh, good point.
They're hacking.
On the other side
I hate
of
how
reality,
hacking is
an
portrayed
alternate universe
in
exists.
everything,
A digital
basically.
world full of wonders and monsters. And of the Digimon which inhabit that world, few are as respected as the mighty Renamon.
Digimon all look
Our rookie
really
Digimon,
unique.
which basically
They
means
look
they're
better
like
than Pokemon.
Digi-teenagers. So
Pokemon are like, I gotta stop pausing for unimportant things or we'll never make it through these. But Pokemon are like, small dog evolves into big dog evolves into large dragony dog. And Digimon is like, egg evolves into potato evolves into dinosaur, and dinosaur evolves into god. And then god evolves into handsome human. Or something like that.
It really isn't quite as logical of a progression.
Yeah, anyway.
It's cool
That's why
though.
they're
It
always
is.
so moody.
Compared to other rookie-level Digimon, Renamon possesses exceptional speed and attack stats at the expense of fairly low defense.
Oh, she's much taller than
Renamon's
him.
appearance resembles that
She's
of
like
a
twice his
Japanese
height.
yokai called the Kitsune, a fox spirit. These spirits are often described as being very mischievous, which is ironic given that the typical Renamon is very stoic and earnest.
Plus, some of them really don't care for humanity, and just think of them as a tool for their own evolution.
Digivolution.
Whatever. Still, Renamon are super smart and always keep their cool. In fact, it may be too cool. I don't like the look in its eyes, Wiz. It's like it thinks it's better than me.
What's going on?
It is better than you, Boomstick. Not only is Renamon rational and composed, it always showcases exceptional prowess in battle, mainly relying on hand-to-hand combat.
More like paw-to-paw combat. Aha! It's
My
got a
jokes are
wicked
always
roundhouse
good.
kick
I never
among
make dumb
several
jokes.
other dangerous martial arts skills. It can use its amazing speed to surprise attack its
Okay, let's see these. Palm Strike, Power Paw, Ghost Flames, create attacking copies. Shroud Self in opponent's appearance? What does that mean?
A disguise, I guess.
Okay. Powerful strikes of blade and wind increase.
enemies with its swift strike. Then there's the super chop, which is an even swifter swift strike.
There's also Rapid Kick and Spin Kick. Digimon may be effective fighters, but their attack names could sure use a little work.
Oh, don't worry, we're getting to the good ones. Renamon can enhance its attacks with an internal energy that makes ghost fire.
This is likely Renamon embracing its yokai inspiration,
Ghost
as
fire.
it's similar to the folklore
Ooh.
of magical light emitted
It has
by
a
Kitsune
super form.
tales which lead wanderers astray.
Okay, but this one is used to destroy people. When a Renamon comes at you with a burning foot, it's using Power Paw, its strongest physical move. Some Renamon can even create ghost clones of themselves for a
Look,
That's
So
so
bad.
bad.
But Renamon isn't just kicks and punches. Its signature attack is called Diamond Storm, which summons a furious gust of wind and a terrifying amount of razor-sharp...
diamonds?
No, leaves.
What? The one time they try a creative name and it totally doesn't make any sense. Who comes up with this shit?
It would certainly make more sense to use diamonds, the hardest naturally occurring substance in the world.
Wiz,
Would that
why
make
would you
them
just
any
throw away
sharper?
diamonds? If I were Renamon,
It would
I'd
make
just
them
scoop
more
those
durable.
puppies up and sell them to make bank. Do you know how many Bigfoot traps I could buy with that kind of money?
2,315.
Caught that guy by now.
But don't underestimate Renamon's Diamond Storm. It can shatter a wall of ice created by a champion-level Digimon, which is a higher, stronger rank than Renamon. The wall here appears to be about 8 inches thick.
Okay.
Assuming this ice is comparable to blue ice, the strongest, most compact form ice can naturally take, this could support approximately 6,000 pounds per square inch before cracking.
So, Diamond Storm is basically
I don't know how
hundreds of
impressive
tiny
that
little
is.
leaves hitting you like a truck.
That's the problem with PSI. I have no idea either. I never use it.
Pounds per square inch. Aren't we going to run into that same problem with watts per square inch?
I mean, we will have comparisons that we can throw
With a
up.
bunch of
Gotcha.
I mean, PSI, that means that it's the same as having something that weighs 6,000 pounds standing on every inch of your body.
Gotcha. Okay.
razor blades stuck
It's just
to
hard
its
to
front.
conceptualize.
Pretty much.
I just found my next truck upgrade.
Moving on, some Renamon are also fast enough to effortlessly fool the human eye, consistently reaching speeds over 9,000 miles per hour.
Slice a missile with an axe like a boss. I hope they get the axe. Can make good bread. Effortlessly moves faster than eyesight. We already talked about that one.
Pretty damn fast for a fox. The Renamon who partnered with Tamer Rika does this all the time. Ninja vanishing into thin air is like her preferred method of getting around.
Not only that, but a Renamon is just as capable of taking big hits without concern. That includes surviving a strike from Harpymon's Windseeker, a powerful blade of air which
Digimon
can
looks so
easily cut through
stupid.
But
concrete.
Renamon does have
Some
its
of them do.
weaknesses. While it can hit hard and likes wearing opponents out, it doesn't really have any good tricks to help with defense.
A sort of glass cannon fighting style, if you will,
Alright.
which seems to work well enough.
Oh yeah, this is still one of the deadliest rookie-level Mons out there. All in all, Renamon is one stone-cold fox.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Oh, come on. Like anyone's gonna sexualize a Digimon. Oh my god, moving on.
You don't know the half of it. Characters you would never expect have that. As soon as you go to look for any visual on every... Like, when I was trying to find images of Crystal for Sonic vs. Fox, it took me so long to find anything official.
That is a character everyone would expect.
That is... Okay, fine. Isabelle had a similar thing happening. What's that look for?
I mean...
I don't want to talk about it, actually. Let's just move...
I must rely on the power within me. I am alone in this world.
There's a rule about this ink.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this
All right.
debate once and for all.
Hey,
So...
donation.
Hey, thank you so much for the donation, Soulsy. It will help out with the series. I really, really appreciate it.
I think that you have donated all of the money on our streams, except
I think
for like
you have.
one donation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're almost the stream boss. But yeah, thank you so much. Let's see, I personally like Smash Rockets battles. They're biased. I'm glad that you like ours. So any predictions on this?
I feel like Renamon might have slightly better offense. Again, it's hard to compare because it was PSI. And I don't know how Ice or Blue Ice stacks up to regular Ice. But I know that the claw breaking feat didn't come out to super impressive when we looked at that.
I don't know how they factor it in, but Lucario definitely has a range advantage. He's shorter, but he has his bone staff that he fights with.
He's actually got a lot more versatility with moves. I
Yeah,
would give it
and
to
he has
him.
projectiles. He's got ways to lower her attack, raise his own, lower her speed, raise his own. He can pick her up and hold her with Psychic.
How much of these are natural moves?
All of them.
Are you sure?
No.
Even still.
Oh wait, there's a number they're holding back.
Yeah, that's not surprising. That's how the good people do it.
Yeah. A calc means it can go through half a foot of steel.
I don't know what it means.
Anyway, I would guess Lucario. I think he outranges her. He's got ways to keep her at a distance. They both have faster than eyesight for their speed, which they put in at 9,000. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's a cool matchup, though.
Yeah.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, it's voice acted.
You don't belong here. Leave, or I'll make you leave.
I hope she's twice as tall as him when they're next to each other.
Doesn't look like it.
That's unfortunate. Is he that much faster than her? I thought they were both... they put them both at faster than I.
They did.
This animation style reminds me of Gabriel, who did Pikachu vs. Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I really like the environmental destruction they were doing.
So I feel like
Don't bother getting up.
the move here would just be keep your distance and just wear them down.
I mean, they're both primarily close-range fighters.
Does he go Mega? Did we miss Mega Sprites?
Are you kidding me?
People totally...
See, look how huge that is. He'd be able to outrange her, especially with how fast he is. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ew. I don't like that at all. I mean, it was cool, but ew. Just the...
There's like gross sound effects.
That's kind of what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely, like, looking at even how they fight. If this is how long his bone staff is, we made it shorter than that in ours. But that's like a lance. He can move it super fast. So that combined with his projectiles and other, like, psychic abilities should be more than enough to keep his distance and keep her away.
I don't know. She fights really big people. I'm sure she's used to overcoming a range advantage.
Well, I mean, the best way to overcome a range advantage is you either close in, sidestep with the idea that they won't be able to capitalize on it, and you have to be faster than them for that, or you keep your distance and throw projectiles, because that outranges them.
Or you parry and step in.
Or you parry and step in.
Well,
All
this
right.
version of the Fox and the Hound ended up with a not-so-happy ending.
Not without an extremely close battle, though. Lucario held a lot of advantages throughout the fight, but so did Renamon. While both combatants could move
Did she?
faster than Eyesight, Renamon did so far more consistently, whereas Lucario could
got a
only
bloody
reach
nose.
those speeds in short
Ooh, talking about Master Roshi. Go take care of that. I'll react.
Face.
That's why you made that face when we were talking about Isabelle.
That is not
Wow,
true.
this is Smash Bracket canon.
Don't cancel me.
Wow.
Not canon.
I'm gonna keep reacting to this without you.
Predict
All right.
Renamon's moves to make up for the lower speed.
especially since Lucario's much
Wait, did they say Lucario lower
No
speed?
big deal, though. Lucario wasn't totally outpaced, so his aura let him sense and predict Renamon.
He was moving like way faster than her this entire animation.
To make up for the lower speed.
especially since Lucario's much wider arsenal helped it adapt as the fight went on, unlike Renamon's limited options.
And while their durability was pretty similar, Lucario was the only one with self-healing and stat-boosting abilities.
He doesn't have
But
self-healing, and I wish he did. Unless he has an Oran Berry. Or some leftovers would be better, but I don't think they let Pokemon have items for, because they're wild.
First of all, Lucario was way more powerful.
Lucario broke these metal claws with a Bone Rush attack. They were likely made of construction-grade steel, which means in order to fracture it, Lucario must have hit with a force of at least 56,000 pounds per square inch.
Yeah, so that's the same thing that we did.
6,000 PSI for breaking an ice wall paints a very clear difference.
And as a glass cannon, it's unlikely Renamon could have dragged the fight out until Lucario became overexerted.
Ultimately, it was a well-matched
Hitting with
battle,
PSI is
but
weird because
Lucario
I'm not used to it, but I do think I prefer that to TNT yield, actually. I feel like it's easier to
strength and
visualize.
arsenal gave a much-needed edge.
Renamon got Lucario-owned.
The winner is Lucario.
That was good. I don't know why people are upset about the conclusion. I heard that some people are. But I think that Lucario definitely takes it. Has over 50 moves. Also Renamon. Diamond Storm. Yeah, they both could have, I think, probably used more of their moveset. It's hard for me to know what Lucario has, because all I know for him is how we handled him, and we gave him way more moves than I think they would. But, yeah. Anyway, that was a really cool one. If you guys liked that, then go down to the comments and let us know who we should react to next. I think Real Lemon's thoughts in general would be, it was really cool, but I don't know if you'd say but. Like, I agreed with most of the things. I'd put their speed lower. I'd measure distance over time rather than faster than I with a standardized 9,000 miles per hour number. But in general, I liked it. Let's see, we gave Lucario so many moves and it didn't really matter. Yeah, it's tough. Like, someone made a comment, he could have picked up Ryu with Psychic and just slammed him over and over and over. But there were a couple issues with that. Lemon could probably explain them better. Lucario versus my comfort character Ryu was very good. Wait, Ryu's your comfort character? He's everyone's comfort character, isn't he? My comfort character isn't even in Smash. I don't know who it would be. My comfort character is... Right now, it's Agumon. And that's something I feel passionate about. Anyway, let's go and do one more. I could do a quick video while Lemon's gone. You guys have a quick fight I should react to? Let me...
I'm back.
All right, here we go. I told him I was going to do a quick one until you were back. So this is just a battle animation from, let's see, is this it? It's a small versus channel on the channel Galaxy Video. I'm actually friends with the creator. It's called Multiverse Match. We should get the link in the description. But this is a battle between Daffy and Donald. I saw a while ago, and I remember it being one of my favorites. So yeah, keep in mind this is a really, really small channel, and so any support you guys want to go show them would be awesome. Let me go ahead and pull this up. And yeah, here we go. So it's on the channel. Let's see. Galaxy video. It's called Multiverse Match, Season 1, Episode 15. Donald Duck versus Daffy. And this is a long video, so this is just the fight part of it. Because I think it's like 40 minutes long.
That's so long.
Do they get voice acting? Donald is so, like, angry in everything they put him in.
He needs therapy.
I wouldn't even know how to approach characters like this.
Yeah, I would not enjoy that.
I love, like, the toon element of pulling stuff out of his pocket, though. Donald speaks his own language. He speaks Donald. Dang, Donald's fat. Oh, man! Oh, he's broken the fourth wall. Oh, no, that was the second wall.
Idiot! Brother, I don't write these scripts. They've got me here doing my old stick mixed with Yogi Bear. Who paired me with this guy anyways?
That's a really good voice actor for
Doesn't
Daffy.
have an ounce of talent that I do.
They got hand drawn too. That's awesome. That's a really cool shot too. He's freaking buff. That's the thing with cartoon characters, is they can basically just do whatever they feel like doing. Ain't I a stinker? He has a Hadoken? Or, doesn't even look like a Hadoken.
Maybe it's composite with...
with Kingdom Hearts. I bet that's what it is. He came back from that.
It's kind of gross.
It was kind of gross.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Kingdom Hearts.
How sharp are Keyblades? Ooh.
Ambiguous.
That was a lot of blood.
Ouch! What is that?
Dang, they have multiple hand-drawn parts.
Hey, animator guy! It may come to complete shock to you to realize that this is a children's cartoon. Do something! What? What are we, Nintendo? Brother, what a way to run a railroad.
That's great.
That felt like super in line with the characters and friendly. Oh, it's this dude! I remember this from an old Flash game for Looney Tunes.
Really?
Yeah.
He looks very stupid. I vaguely remember it.
They pulled a 4Kids. They really did.
This is a long animation.
It is.
They've only got like 2,000 subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. I want to say go fix that and subscribe to these guys, but like
All
200 people are
40
going to
of you.
watch this video total.
One were Poppet size. Well, oh man! Can he come back from that? He's still moving.
At Daffy's expense. Oh, this will be fun. Finally, I can get a cartoonist tormenting the duck for a change. Yeah.
This has so many levels to it.
You understandable for once, Sally.
You stupid freak. When I get you back down here,
Ah, that's much better. Nice and smooth.
I need to hear that voice again.
Yeah. Let's start by making you understandable for once, Sally.
you stupid freak. When I get you back down here,
Ah, that's
That's so great.
nice and smooth.
This is so creative.
Those two ducks are getting out of hand.
Boy, I'll say, pal. Aw, poor Phyllis.
These are great voice actors. Who did they get? We need to find more voice actors.
We have auditions open for voice acting if anyone is interested.
We do.
Links in the Discord. Maybe a mod could post it here.
They're gonna destroy the moon. Moons always have to be destroyed in versus battles. Hey, I almost called him Martian Manhunter.
Basically.
This is really long.
Right?
He throws the moon. Donald scales to supernova. Oh, maybe actually though.
Just punching the sun into him.
As you do. Punching the sun is the only way to kill Donald. See the black hole?
I guess so.
But Donald had a cup.
Of course.
This is now Dragon Ball Z. There he goes. Does that take him out? I think blinking away is about as good as you can hope for a character like that.
Even after all this destruction and most of the known universe being taken out, we all know one thing. That I am the superior cartoon duck. It was always me. That's really all that matters at the end of the day.
He's not done.
This is so long.
Zeta Flare. Is that a Kingdom Hearts move?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm disintegrating like Thanos. Is there a doctor in the house?
I don't know if I can trust it. Oh my gosh, that was the scariest face I've ever seen.
You're despicable.
That was
That
great.
was crazy. Wow.
I'm sad to have seen a duck.
Like, look, they have got just over 2,000 subscribers. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's they have just over 2,000, then plus one subscribers.
Because it's on the Smash
They got
bracket
Animation
account
Rewind.
instead of
Animation
yours.
Rewind is so kind to everyone in the Versus scene. Yeah, who worked on this? So written by Ducko, Max, and Ribbit.
It's their season 1 finale. That's
Yeah,
why
I
it's
need
so
to
long.
know who, like, was the voice actor. Oh, ownership by Disney and Warner Bros. That makes sense. Oh, maybe they don't have the voice actor listed, or the animator.
That's sad.
Let's see. Oh wait, duh, literally right here. Super CJ and Voices for Hire. Dang, it was really good. Wonder who they had for like Mickey and
Oh, and they have
Bugs
the
too.
animator there too.
They do? Can I just not read? Oh yeah, duh. Larry Winwood. Oh wow, that was really, really cool.
Oh, they're in the chat?
Oh yeah, they're in the chat. Okay, so we've got Brando worked on it. Max and Ducka were in the chat earlier. Okay, cool. Larry animated. Destroyed a star with that blinking effect. It was crazy. Like, how long did that take you? Because it was just one animator too, right? That's insane.
You did a great job, guys.
Yeah, you really did. Very proud of this animation. Galaxy videos here. Yeah, that's really cool. Anyway, we should get on to the last death battle for the night.
Should we finish off Lucario or start
Let's
going on Ryu?
do a Ryu one. Which one of these has more views? Let's do Ryu versus Scorpion. Yeah. All right, yeah, so let's go ahead and watch Ryu versus Scorpion. Like I said earlier, we just made our own match for Ryu versus Lucario. So we're kind of going through and see how our second rival versus series, Death Battle, decided to handle these characters.
The way you say that is just, it sounds condescending.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's just, who can hold a candle to epic rap battles of history?
They are pretty crazy.
They shouldn't, like, it's nothing against Death Battle, and I like Death Battle, just, they're on another level. Anyway, it's just a stupid joke. But, yeah. Wanted to see how they handled it, so let's watch and find out. This is back in 2014 where they were still evolving. Gotcha. Let's turn this up.
That's a good idea.
Now facing off for true superiority.
Is that loud enough?
Ryu, the wandering world warrior.
Okay, cool.
And Scorpion, the ninja from hell.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
I really liked a lot of their early stuff. Is this season 1 or season 2?
Endlessly walking the earth and improving his fighting skill is the life of Ryu, the Japanese martial artist without a home.
But there's more to this karate hobo than meets the eye.
Season 2.
After being dumped on a doorstep by his douchebag parents, he was adopted by the mysterious Goken. From that moment on, Ryu dedicated his life.
They can't be contained by his headband. Wait, are his eyebrows over his headband?
I have never noticed.
If I notice, I'm never going to unnotice.
Goken taught them the Ansatsuken, or Assassin's Fist, fighting style. But the name is actually a bit misleading.
Yeah.
While originally designed as
That's unfortunate.
Goken's personal take on the Ansatsuken is based around karate, kenpo, judo, and not killing people. Unlike the ways of his violent brother, Akuma, who ultimately would prove to be his undoing.
Oh yeah, he can finger paint. Well, the Assassin's Fist sure isn't your average McDojo style. His Ryu Shoryuken is an uppercut so powerful, it launches his victim.
It's generally his most powerful technique. I would have guessed that. I would have guessed it was one of his super Hadokens.
I don't.
What was his best attack strength that we had?
It was
Punching through the mountain.
Yeah.
Wave motion fist is how that translates. I never looked up how they translate. Not composed of fire. That surprised me. I thought it was at first, but I found that in our research. Safely pass over many projectiles. Cool.
Sky high. The Hadouken uses a fighter's willpower.
That is
to fire
definitely
a blast
fire.
of energy and destroy
It used to
evil
definitely
things,
be, but
like waterfalls.
And physics?
And finally, the Tatsumaki
Tatsumaki Senpuku.
I had it!
that's about how I would say
The
it too.
thing that I totally know how to pronounce gives the finger to gravity and lets him briefly fly around like some sort of human helicopter kicking machine.
I don't understand
He
that
also
move.
has a powerful step kick.
I've seen people calculate it like he's propelling himself like helicopter blades.
I've heard that, yeah. I think MatPat did a video with that.
And diarrhea
Wait.
choke foot!
What's
What does it do?
And Soku together.
Hey, we don't have the translation for that one. I'm on it. And diarrhea choke foot?
That's great.
What does it do? Kick people in the
I'm guessing
stomach
it
so hard that he takes
probably
them
is
to
better
pounds
when
down?
it's
takes
not
them to
literal.
brown
Kanji, it's more
know it's diarrhea.
It's diarrhea joke, but.
At the age of 23, Ryu entered the first World Warrior tournament to test his skills.
He looks so different in those old games.
He's a little baby.
And it takes us like 5 hits to take someone out in that game. To knock them out.
Not much.
After beating the shit out of Ryu, Sagat offered him a helping hand up. Instead of taking it, Ryu gave him a surprise punch so hard it ripped his chest open and nearly killed the guy. Dick move, Ryu. Dick
That like
move.
cut him in half.
This was Ryu's first taste of the dark power buried within him, the Satsui no Hado. Literally, the surge of murderous intent.
Still not as good a name as the diarrhea joke.
That is true. I can't believe I missed that in our Ryu research.
We'll have to start translating move names.
Yeah. Wait, causes hair to turn red. So, oh, that's an unfortunate time to pause. Yeah, let me just. Okay, there we go. That's better. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I didn't know it was addictive.
That's why he's got to fight against it so much. I don't know if it's addictive as much as it like takes you over.
Gotcha.
I guess there's not that much of a difference.
Should his desire to win become so he would even commit murder, the Satsui no Hado can overwhelm him and he will lose control, becoming evil Ryu.
Now we're talking.
How did he get that hole in his chest? In our animation, we just had Lucario stab him through because the sprites had that hole, and we didn't know how else to explain it. So I was like, I don't know, like stab him in the chest or something right before he transforms.
I noticed.
So the animator was like, okay, sure.
I liked that. I don't know if you did it intentionally, but Ryu does have a healing factor, probably. I don't even know if we mentioned that in the video, did we?
We didn't mention it.
Oh. We probably should have mentioned that.
That's how he healed when he turned into Power of Nothingness.
I thought you were hinting at that, and then I forgot that I might not have
I am
ever brought it
so
up.
smart. I did.
To the point of being almost unstoppable. He can even blast a skyscraper to smithereens.
He can teleport short distances, even passing through attacks along the way. More
The original animation for Ryu versus Lucario had him doing that little hover across, and I didn't know that was from Street Fighter. I thought it was just a weird animation choice, so I asked him to change it. That right there.
Maybe you should ask people why they do things.
It was that one specifically right there where it leaves the after, or like the trail behind
It
him.
was this exact attack which Akuma, a master of the Dark Hado, used to murder Ryu's master.
Video audio is
Since
low.
then, Akuma has been haunting Ryu, tempting him to succumb and fully commit to the Dark Satsui no Hado as well. Basically, this is karate Star Wars.
Oh, you call everything Star Wars.
Well, some even speculate that Akuma
That's an unfortunate
Ryu's
face.
father.
Mother of God. It is karate Star Wars.
He just broke
But
that from
Goken's
jumping.
teachings instilled a powerful
That's crazy.
belief in Ryu. If he can resist and shun this dark temptation, he can attain even greater power.
Yeah. The live action movies are.
Emotion, he enters an alternate state of consciousness.
Like a Jedi.
This boosts his speed, power, and can do all sorts of crazy shit to his abilities.
This is the power of nothing.
So modern Ryu is constantly using Power of Nothingness and Evil Ryu at base, right?
In Udon, yeah.
In Udon, yeah.
Goken even wants to use this power to separate himself from his soul in order to survive Akuma's raging demon. Surprise, Obi-Wan is still alive.
Ryu is skilled enough to take on numerous thugs at once, tough enough to survive being impaled, and strong enough to overpower the genetically created Super Warrior Seth. Oh, and he's fast enough to dodge point-blank gunfire.
Yeah, in the manga he does
His
machine
aura's
gun
so
fire.
strong, he can just walk through bullets.
That said, being the Street Fighter poster boy doesn't mean he's the top world warrior. He's lost a number of matches fair and square against the likes of M. Bison, Oro, and even his best friend, Ken.
However, many of these losses may stem from his struggle to contain the power of the Dark Satsui no Hado.
Yeah.
This is quite difficult to do in the middle of battle.
But when Ryu unleashes his full potential, stay the fuck out of his way!
My name is Ryu, and the ultimate power has awakened within me.
It's so cheesy. Let's see. So, any thoughts on Ryu? Rob says Ryu's healing factor is just Avatar's healing factor, but not as obvious.
Avatar healing factor?
I think like when they turn into the Avatar state, it heals them.
Does it? I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember them mentioning it, but I think it probably happens. Maybe in Korra they go into more detail. Didn't do Aang a lot of good. But yeah.
It is a pretty subtle healing factor. Subtle enough that I'm not even sure if it's that he has a healing factor or if the animators forgot he was hurt.
I kind of forgot that.
Yeah. See?
Anyway, let's go with Scorpion. Unless you had something to add to Ryu?
Nah.
Okay.
From Earthrealm to Outworld, there were few who didn't fear the ruthless clan known as
That's a
the Lin
gross
Kuei.
costume.
Except the Shirai Ryu, a clan with some serious balls. Not only did they defect from the Lin Kuei, they mocked them on a daily basis by wearing obvious palette swaps of their clothes. They also like to
I think that's like
classic pranks,
the
like
actual
annoying
reason
phone
for it.
calls,
I could
keeping
believe it.
Lin Kuei homes, and constantly slaughtering their loved ones. Got him.
From the Shirai Ryu,
What are the little
Hanzo has
ears he's got?
The hellish ninja of vengeance.
He's got
But
little
before
cat
he
ears
became the stuff
underneath.
of nightmares, he was once an ordinary young child, whose father just happened to be a deadly assassin. In hopes of sparing him from a violent life of regret and murder, Hanzo's father forbade him from ever joining the clan.
Sorry, son. You're not allowed to be awesome.
However, as time went on, Hanzo became desperate. He needed a way to support not only himself.
So the real question is, who has the better live-action
Faced with
movies?
few other options, he reluctantly
I know they made
disobeyed
a
his father and began
new
the life of a
Mortal
ninja
Kombat
assassin.
recently.
I don't want to have to figure
I just
that out.
imagine it was bad.
I assume that for all video game movies.
Chinese martial arts. But it's his weapon of choice that earned him the nickname Scorpion. While his kunai in a robe is iconic
Yikes.
and deadly, I'm
I thought it
more
came out of his
wondering
hand.
what the hell
Oh,
that snake
yeah.
creature is that lives in his hand. Well, in whatever form.
Oh, I
he
hate
kills the
that.
opponent and pulls him in close,
That's nasty.
usually for a sweet uppercut to the jaw.
Mortal Kombat in
This
general is
is
kind of
similar
gross.
to an ancient assassination weapon used in the Tang Dynasty called the rope dart. It's extremely difficult to master, making Scorpion's finesse all the more impressive.
He's also proficient with several weapons like long swords, twin katanas, and axes.
Scorpion's weaponry and combat prowess were put to the ultimate test by the legendary Lin Kuei warrior, Bi-Han, aka Sub-Zero. And things didn't go so well for our yellow-clad...
Everyone in Mortal
Next thing
Kombat
he knew,
dies.
Scorpion was waking up in the Netherrealm.
Wow, they really kept it intact, the spine.
Then maybe you could have ended up in a happier place.
They probably just peeled the body away.
Oh yeah, they're dead too.
I hate all of the footage that I'm seeing from this movie.
Killing all whom he'd sworn to protect.
That looks like a
Kombat
toy
is pretty
commercial.
gross.
Second chance by striking a deal with the sorcerer Quan Chi. In exchange for his loyalty, Scorpion was resurrected as a phantom of the Netherrealm.
And being reborn as a demon of vengeance has its perks. Scorpion can now teleport, summon fire at will, and create portals in and out of the Netherrealm he was spawned from. Literally dragging
I feel like
us to hell.
that might put him
While
over
there,
Ryu,
his
like
plus
the
ones can enjoy such tourist
the
locations
fire. Although I guess
as
Ryu's dealt
Lava
with stuff
Pit,
like that, but
and
ew.
witness the corpse burning celebration
Gross.
called the Festival
How did that not
of
even
Torture.
hurt this
Fun
skull?
times.
The Netherrealm is the source of
No
Scorpion's
idea.
demonic power, and his strength rises simply by his being there.
Scorpion is so vicious he can perform no fewer than 13 different fatalities.
He can
He sliced her in the throat, and she broke in half in the middle.
That's not something you just do. That's art right there.
rip off his mask to show his true face.
Ah, what the fuck is that thing?
And Scorpion
So he's just constantly wearing a mask over his skull?
Giant scorpion, of course.
Maybe.
Or a penguin.
Why can he...
Wait, what?
And although
Mortal
Scorpion
Kombat's
is one of the
freaking
most
weird.
powerful combatant in the Mortal Kombat tournament, he has defeated lethal warriors across multiple worlds. He's conquered sorcerers, demons, cyborgs, and eventually avenged his death by incinerating Bi-Han in the Netherrealm.
But it turns out that Sub-Zero guy was kind of innocent. The man actually responsible for the death of his family was Quan Chi. You know, that guy he swore himself to and has been working for this whole time?
Mortal Kombat is so
Kinda like the
convoluted.
Mortal Kombat.
It's detailed, but
As
I don't know if it's.
penance for his mistake,
I don't
Scorpion
know, it's not the
dedicated
heights
his
of
life after
convoluted
death to
like
protecting the
Kingdom
late
Hearts.
Sub-Zero's younger brother, Sub-Zero.
Though he still found time for shooting threes, hitting homers, and hosting his own cooking show.
I remember this.
Cooking with Scorpion. Learn about shopping.
It was like a bonus in one of the games, something you could unlock.
That's great.
Aside from his weakness for the culinary arts, Scorpion's win-loss record is not as intimidating as
Mortal Kombat just, like, they're so over the top with violence, but have such weird, random stuff.
Any way you look at it, it's tough to be much more of a badass than a fire-breathing skeleton ninja from hell.
I am Scorpion. Vengeance will be mine.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, want to win the original script for this episode, signed by Wiz and myself?
Use the widget.
That's an
link below to
interesting
choose the
idea.
fire you think will prevail,
If you want to see a bunch of
And now it's
typos
time for a dead
and weird notes to myself, and things I forgot to actually record, or things I recorded the wrong way, you don't want that. Anyway, I'm gonna guess that Ryu's gonna take this.
Oh, thank you, Joshua.
We'll answer that after this fight. Yeah, my money's on Scorpion. Let me turn this down.
I agree, though. Scorpion seems like he's got it.
Who is taller?
I didn't pay attention.
I imagine Reach would factor into something like this, but also they don't really fight on a real level.
Can you stand up after that? I'll finish this.
Ryu can also send him to hell, right?
Yeah. His soul specifically.
I'm kind of surprised that's not how they got there, but I think that's where Scorpion just took him. Alright, one of them's dying in the lava, and I think it's Ryu.
This is some fight.
I love how fast the Hadokens are. Yeah, and he can just teleport. That's like... And he has weapons! Yeah, Ryu's screwed.
Neither of us have reached.
Ryu's fought a bunch of people who can do that crap, though.
I guess that's true. What about that? Oh, I wonder if he's gonna have the hole in his chest, or did they fix it? Oh, he doesn't. They fixed it.
I'll show you what I'm made of.
He has a gun. Did he have a gun? What? Scorpion had a gun, I guess.
Don't expect mercy.
That's a cool one. I wonder if Scorpion's gonna be our last character.
Nah. Let's go into Doom Guy.
It's not Doom Guy. Doom Guy versus Ridley, though?
That sounds so fun.
That would, the music.
Let's do that for SmackDown at some point.
Ben would absolutely destroy that track. He would do so good on it.
I walk the path.
Or they would do so good.
This is the power of mankind.
No, just teleport out of the way. Watch it. Oh no!
Forgot
Well,
to hold block.
Yeah, he forgot to hold block.
I walk a path.
Does that kill him? I mean, he is a skeleton. Oh! Oh! That's kind of what I expected. And he turned into the penguin. That's great.
The power of nothingness were incredibly powerful, but raw power alone is not enough to destroy Scorpion.
Yet Scorpion's advantage of already being dead didn't make this a cakewalk. In fact, Ryu had the perfect way to permanently end Scorpion.
Should we answer Josh?
This is almost done, and then we can.
Alright.
We'll just go to the next
Not
one.
to mention Ryu has very little experience actually using the Raging Demon anyway. But most importantly, Scorpion's strength increases the longer he remains in the Netherrealm.
Really?
Find limit. Once trapped in hell.
Do you say there's no limit or with a defined limit?
Demon anyway. But most importantly, Scorpion's strength increases the longer he remains in the Netherrealm, with no defined limit. Once trapped in hell with Scorpion, Ryu stood little chance in the long run.
It's hard to know what that
Zero
means.
chance if Scorpion just up and
Yeah, it's
teleported
too
him into
vague.
a pool of lava, which he could totally do.
But if they were like
Scorpion was just
really
too hot
close
to
in
handle.
stats,
The
it would be
winner
enough to tip
is
it over in his
Scorpion.
favor, for sure.
Probably. But yeah. Anyway, that was really cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't know if I have a lot of thoughts outside of that.
I did not like the analysis for Scorpion because Mortal Kombat is disgusting.
That is true.
No fault of theirs.
I don't think they used the no limit fallacy. Did you feel like they did?
No.
They said
they
power
said there was no
increased.
limit, but I don't think that they meant that in the terms of infinite power. They just meant that
they didn't use it in a fallacious way, I don't think.
Yeah, they were just meaning that like the longer the fight went on, the more advantage Scorpion would have.
I would have interpreted that differently because it doesn't give a time frame or how it increases.
I don't think we would have used it as a stat.
Yeah. Anyway, it sounds like that wasn't even the deciding factor. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let us know what you want us to react to on next week's stream. Let's respond to Joshua real fast.
Yeah, so he asks, will Pikachu be able to G-Max its next battle? The answer is no, because Gigantamaxing is region locked. It can't be used outside of like a very specific place, and the fights are not happening in that place, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unless before their next battle something comes out that changes that.
Like maybe if that was such an integral part to the character, we would find a way to work it in, but he's already got so much, and Gigantamaxing doesn't actually change anything for him.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe at some point we would use it as a reference.
What I've never been able to tell is, do they actually grow that big, or is it like a projection of themselves? Because it always just kind of looked kind of like projection-y.
I mean, they definitely have that physical size.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I saw a theory that Pokemon are always like microscopic in size and can just make themselves grow bigger.
I saw the reverse theory about Kirby.
That
always
theory
light years in
is
size.
brilliant, and everyone should go watch it.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen, check out our Smash Battle Crew channel. We have some fun videos. So this one is Kirby's really freaking huge. It's Lemon's theory about Kirby being light years tall.
It is objectively right.
And then we've also got the inverse of this, which is Banjo is really freaking small. Which the creators said they didn't really think about his size. I asked them about it. They said, we didn't really think about his size, but he's probably the size of a regular bear. But I think they're wrong. This is so consistent. Anyway, check those out if you want to see what we're doing. We're having a special versus battle come to this... Oh, I'm changing this screen cap. We're having a special versus battle come to this channel. It's Archie Sonic versus Green Lantern, but it's only their chili recipes. And instead of Green Lantern, it's Green Arrow. So yeah, we're making them and doing a taste test with that. There's also one coming in a couple months. It's mixed martial artists test out or react to Snake's close range combat, or his CQC, close quarters combat. That's going to be my MMA instructors showing kind of the techniques that Snake does, explaining what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong, and then showing how you actually should do it on me. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
It's also going to have our videos for the reactions.
Yep.
I'm going to be having really detailed breakdowns of all of the stats and feats for characters at some point when I can get around to that. And we're going to have a lot of stuff going over, like interesting tidbits we find about characters. I know I'm planning a video on the Minecraft manga. I bought 3 volumes of that. And now I have to get it translated, which is going to take a long time because we only have one translator, and I don't want to work him to death.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, but yeah, so go subscribe to that if you want to see more. We've got Greninja versus Diddy Kong coming in 2 weeks. We have Bill versus Sephiroth coming up relatively soon. If you want to help keep the channel alive, please go support us on Kickstarter. The link to that is in the description, I think, of this video and of any of our recent videos. We're going to be having more videos on that coming soon. And yeah, anything else you want to add?
Just saying that the Kickstarter literally every dollar helps. Even if you can only donate one, it's a really big sign to Kickstarter when we get new backers for any amount of money. So that's helpful, and just share it with people if you can't. That's the most helpful thing for us.
Oh, I will say real fast, last thing before we end, responding to Rob's comment. So, Snake's CQC it's fictional, made by the boss, but based off of other stuff, and you can see what they based it off in there. So, for example, I'm not going to hurt you. So there's something called a cross-collar choke that the way you do it is you have your hand back here behind one collar and then behind the other inside, and then you flex your wrists inward and pull in. But Snake does it by putting one hand here and putting one hand here and going like this, and then eventually they pass out. There's just a bunch of like really weird things like that.
Thank you, Soul Z.
Thank you. We have a new stream boss as well. Someone subbed right as Soul Z donated and just sniped the stream boss spot
That
from
wasn't
him.
that was the guy who donated $10 earlier.
Oh, okay.
But he did snipe that away from you, even though you've been donating.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and yeah, thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you next week.
All right.